Chronicling history on the big screen has been popular ever since the first motion picture cameras were invented. It is a way of bringing history to life and gives audiences a taste of days gone by, whether it is filmmakers wanting to stay loyal to real-life events or an embellished story changed to add more drama and suspense. Welcome to Stream TV, and in this video, we'll be taking a look at the top 10 historical drama movies of all time. Number 10. The King's Speech. When Prince Albert had to take the throne as King George VI, his speech impediment stopped him from doing his royal duty and speaking to his people. Knowing that it wasn't a problem that would go away by itself, his wife Elizabeth hires Lionel, an Australian speech therapist, to help him overcome his stammer.
What was your earliest memory?
I'm not here to discuss personal matters.
Well, why are you here then?
The events of the film stuck to real-life events, right down to eccentric exercises. During the film, Lionel refuses to let the king smoke during their speech sessions, telling him that sucking smoke into his lungs will kill him. This is a reference to King George's habit of smoking 25 cigarettes a day, which gave him the cancer that eventually killed him.
Listen to me! Listen to me!
Why should I waste my time listening to you?
Because I have a voice!
Number 9. Gandhi. This 1982 biopic focuses on Mahatma Gandhi, the controversial leader of the nonviolent Indian independence movement against the British Raj. The film chronicles Gandhi's origins as a lawyer who fought against the unjust treatment that Indians received from South African officials, thereby establishing his own methods of nonviolent protest.
There is no cause for which I am prepared to kill.
Starring Ben Kingsley as Gandhi, the film was directed by renowned English actor and filmmaker Richard Attenborough. Kingsley's casting is considered to be one of the best in the history of cinema. In a curious coincidence, Kingsley's paternal family comes from Gujarat, the same Indian state where the real Mahatma Gandhi was born. In fact, his resemblance to Gandhi is so strong that many extras thought they were seeing Gandhi's ghost during the movie's production. Due to Gandhi's popularity, the Indian government provided 1/3 of the movie's budget, and many of the extras appearing in the movie offered to appear as volunteers, even refusing any payment from the producers.
Brother, Papu is already late for prayers.
Number 8. Hotel Rwanda. Paul Rusesabagina manages a hotel in Rwanda, Africa, with his wife and their 3 children. But when Hutu military forces begin a campaign of ethnic cleansing against the Tutsi minority living in Rwanda, Paul puts his family in danger by letting refugees take shelter in his hotel.
All the whites are leaving, even the UN soldiers.
All the superpowers, everything you believe in, Paul.
Director Terry George wanted the film to be as accurate as possible. In fact, he traveled to Rwanda to meet the real-life Paul and Tatiana Rusesabagina. Also, the screenwriter rang the Rwandan embassy for research, only to discover that she was speaking to a survivor who had stayed at the hotel, helping to further the authenticity.
We need to help one another. That is the only thing that is keeping us alive.
Number 7. 12 Years a Slave. The winner of an impressive amount of awards back in 2013, 12 Years a Slave won the Best Picture at the Golden Globe Awards and the Academy Awards. The film follows the tragic story of a free black man living in pre-Civil War United States who was abducted in upstate New York and sold into slavery. Throughout his 12 years of capture, Solomon struggles to stay alive and keep his dignity.
Bro, Master! You come here. Master, come here!
The story is based on an 1853 memoir chronicling the real-life events of Solomon Northup. To stick close to the injustice of the slave trade, director Steve McQueen decided to film the infamous lynching scene at a real tree that was used for lynching.
Courthouse got papers to prove it, and we got papers proving he's free. I own you.
Number 6. Downfall. Adolf Hitler has been portrayed many times in movies, but it is rare to see one made in Germany with German-speaking actors.
Das war ein Befehl! Der Angriff Steiners war ein Befehl!
Downfall focuses on Traudl Junge, who thinks she has landed a dream job working as Adolf Hitler's secretary. 3 years later, Hitler's empire has crumbled, and he is restricted to his secret underground bunker, the place where he and his mistress, Eva Braun, would meet their end. Although many of Adolf Hitler's lines are historically accurate, based on Traudl Junge's writings, most of them came from earlier dates. To further its authenticity, Bruno Ganz studied Parkinson's disease patients in a Swiss hospital to prepare for his role as Hitler.
Schon werden mich Millionen verfluchen. Aber das Schicksal wollte es nicht anders.
Number 5. Amadeus. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart is well known around the world for writing some of the most famous pieces of classical music. In Amadeus, audiences get to learn more about the man from Vienna and how he became involved in a fierce rivalry with the determined Antonio Salieri. Disliking Mozart for his undeniable talent, the highly religious Salieri is gradually consumed by his jealousy and becomes obsessed with stopping Mozart. Dedicated to his role, F. Murray Abraham, who played Salieri, learned to read and conduct music for the role. Ironically, Amadeus helped revive Salieri's music, which had previously fallen into obscurity.
You know all these gentlemen, I'm sure.
Number 4. Casablanca. This next film is considered one of the greatest movies of all time, with its lines and music achieving icon status. The film tells the story of Rick Blaine, who owns a nightclub in Casablanca. One day, his old flame, Ilsa, comes to town, asking Rick to help her and her husband, Victor Laszlo, sneak out of the country to avoid the Germans catching them.
Did you run out on me because you couldn't take it, because you knew what it would be like? Hiding from the police, running away all the time?
Because the film was made during World War II, the production team was not allowed to film at an airport after dark for security reasons. To combat this, they used a soundstage with a small cardboard cutout airplane in the background. To give the illusion that the plane was full-sized, they used little people to portray the crew members preparing the plane for takeoff.
Play as time goes by.
Oh, I can't remember it myself. I'm a little rusty.
Number 3. The Pianist. Based on an autobiographical book written by Holocaust survivor Władysław Szpilma, The Pianist tells the story of a Polish-Jewish musician who struggles to survive in the ruins of the Warsaw Ghetto during World War II.
Los, auf,
As a brilliant pianist, he witnesses the restrictions Germans place on Jews all over the Polish capital. Unfortunately, he could not save his family as they were rounded up to be transported to a Nazi concentration camp. The movie was co-produced in France, the UK, Germany, and Poland, and won several Academy Awards, including Best Actor, Best Director, and Best Adapted Screenplay. Adrian Brody insisted on learning to play the piano because he didn't want to have close-up shots of someone else playing. He thought that pretending to play would be an insult to Szpilma and everything he went through.
Werde wieder Klavier spielen im polnischen Rundfunk.
Sagen Sie mir Ihren Namen.
Number 2. Saving Private Ryan. Set during the invasion of Normandy in World War II, Captain John Miller takes his men behind enemy lines to find Private James Ryan, whose 3 brothers have been killed in combat. Surrounded by the brutal reality of war, each man embarks on a personal journey that they may not survive.
Fred Hamill, Pathfinders, 101st. John Miller, 2nd Rangers. Thank you.
Steven Spielberg has cast Matt Damon as Private Ryan because he wanted an unknown actor who had an all-American look. He didn't realize, though, that Damon would win an Oscar for his role in Good Will Hunting, which made him an instant star before Saving Private Ryan was released. Our number 1 pick is Schindler's List. Based on the unbelievable true story of industrialist Oskar Schindler and his concern for his Jewish workforce, Schindler's List is the story of how one man puts his own life on the line to save 1,200 Jews from being killed at concentration camps.
900, no, make it 10 for Wednesday. All this stuff here goes to mattresses factory.
The film was praised for its black and white filming style, while only having one powerful scene that featured color, showing you the little girl's red coat. Steven Spielberg initially intended to make the film in Polish and German with English subtitles, but rethought the idea because he thought he wouldn't be able to assess the actors' performances as well. Schindler's List was rated a staggering 8.9 on a scale of 10 on IMDb.com and received a Metascore of 94 on Metacritic. Do you agree with our list? Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and be the first to receive new Top 10 videos from Stream TV.